I bought a lot of wooden aesthetic things thinking like #minimalism. I don't use this bowl for anything. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little cobras, and welcome back to the Cobra's Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. So today's minimalism video is going to be 10 things I regret buying after I became a minimalist. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Let's get it, let's go. Woo! Today's list is going to be a list of things that I bought after long having been a minimalist. I've been a minimalist, I think 6-7 years. Anyway, I got 10 things that I bought while trying to be more of a good minimalist. And I was like, what in the world was I thinking? So if I can save somebody else the trouble from buying these, great. And no hate if these are items that you absolutely love and have just made your minimalism journey fantastic. I'm really glad to hear that. They didn't work for me, so I've made this list because I like to complain on the internet. All right, let's get right into it. Number 1, a Diva cup. Turns out that I'm not the only one who doesn't like Diva cups. A lot of people like Diva cups, and I so badly wanted to be one of those people. While I was in China, I couldn't get my hands on a Diva cup because it was considered like an export luxury. It was just way too expensive. It was like $50. I'm like, I can't afford that. So I waited till I came back to Canada. The first thing that I bought when I came back to Canada was a Diva cup. I went to Shoppers and I copped a Diva cup. I still have it, and I'm gonna try again, but it's been a year and it got stuck inside of me. I know that's way too much TMI starting off this video. I'm sorry, but we're being real here, right? It got stuck inside of me and I panicked. Told my best friend. She was like, she had to go to the emergency room to have hers removed. I watched some videos how to get it out if it got stuck, and like I managed to get it out, but like, wow, that was really traumatic. And I was like, let's put this on hold for the time being. So it lives inside this little pouchy, and maybe one of these days when I feel brave again, I'll try. But for the time being, yeah, that's $30 that I wish I hadn't spent. All right, number 2, little agendas. Cute little books. As a minimalist, I thought somehow getting a smaller agenda would be a better use or a better practice of minimalism than a larger agenda. A larger agenda maybe was going to get filled up with unnecessary clutter and unnecessary appointments. Like, let's just keep it cute and small. So I have this tiny one, and it's a 2-year one, and I regret it because I've had to use it for 2 years. It's really small, and I just write all my appointments in here. But if you guys can see these blocks, it's a very small little book. It's like smaller than my head, and I absolutely regret and hate using it. Since then, I have upgraded to a larger agenda. I have a larger agenda, which, like, you can see these blocks are just so much more massive for the day, because honest to God, writing everything that I need to do in the day, I didn't realize I was actually a very productive person. I tried my best to be as minimal with my productivity, where like, you know, only 2 to 3 items a day. I'm actually really busy and I need full blocks. Like, I do a lot in the day, and I was like, this little agenda was actually a waste of money. So when it's finished in this December, I am never buying a little tiny agenda. Minimalism has opened up my life to be more productive and do the things that I love. So I actually need a larger agenda to help support that. Number 3, little SLGs. So this is more for like the luxury community with like the luxury and purses. SLGs means small leather goods. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought that I was being minimalistic by copying small little things, because I'm a minimalist. I only need like a wallet and I only need like a couple bills. I don't like SLGs. They are really tiny and puny and inefficient, and you're better off just getting a medium-sized wallet. Since then, I have upgraded to a medium-sized wallet and I use that instead, and I can't go back to SLGs. They're adorable, they're super cute, like, don't get me wrong, I still love me an SLG. I just won't be copying anymore because it's just, I don't know, it just didn't work for me and my lifestyle, which is so heartbreaking because I thought as a minimalist the marriage between minimalism and SLG was going to be perfect, but it wasn't. Okay, number 4, canvas bags. It's funny, I recently got into canvas bags, but it took me forever. So I bought these canvas bags. I bought them at the beginning of my minimalism journey. I have been holding these canvas bags for 7 years. It took me 7 years for me to finally start using them. I love the aesthetic and I thought they were really cute. You know, I started my minimalism journey. A lot of minimalists use canvas bags. I was like, I need to get on this. You know, I gotta be a true minimalist. So I copped them and I bought them and I held them and I never used them. And you guys have seen in my videos, I use them for stuffing my other bags, but actually maybe just wasn't the right time. Now I only use my canvas bags, but initially it was something that I regretted for years. Like, I just, in not true minimalism fashion, I just squirreled and held these canvas bags because like I wanted to be a good minimalist and I wish that I liked canvas bags. I mean, now I do, but it took me 7 years. I didn't like them before, and it's something that I really regretted. But now I see why minimalists like them. They're very lightweight, they're very durable, and they're cheap. So if they like, you know, break or tear apart, it was only like a couple dollars. Like, life goes on. They're very practical, very minimal, very light, easy to pack, easy to store, solid bags. Okay, number 5, all black. And I apply this to everything that I tried with, you know, like all black bag. I even had like an all black wardrobe. I know that this is very big in the extreme minimalism community. I totally respect this. It's something that I tried, but after 2 years, I drove myself insane. As a minimalist, I discovered all black is not for me. I'm not sure if it's because I have really dark features with black hair and everything, so like black on black, it's like, I don't know, it just, and I don't want to knock it. Maybe in the future I might like all black, but ever since I went beige, like all cream, all whites, all tans, all beiges, and khaki, I don't like all black. And I, like, to give you an example, I copped this black mouse because I saw other minimalists had a black mouse, and I'm just like, why the F did I just not pay more and get a white mouse like I initially wanted? So it's a process. I'm really into all white. I like that clean aesthetic. I tried all black. I don't like all black primarily because, one, it washes me out, and two, all black items, they bleed together. I can't find my headphones on top of a black mat, and then I don't know where this is that. And black on black is really hard to see, and I don't know, I'm so practical and lazy. If I can't just see it right off the bat, it's too much for me. Okay, number 6. By that flip side, I hate all white. To show that I'm not racist, I'm not hating on all black, I also don't like all white. I don't like all white because it easily dirties, so hence my love of beige is like the perfect marriage. It's close to white, but it doesn't dirty as easily. All white was just so impossible to maintain. I was like constantly cleaning, and it's like I became a minimalist so I didn't have to clean. So why in the world would I keep buying white things? So I try to avoid white. If I, to the best of my ability, I cop beiges and creams, and I'm just happier that way. Number 7, multifunctional items. I have made videos on this in the past. Multifunctional items is just not something that I strive for anymore. I mean, I did use this principle for my makeup and it's worked beautifully, but outside of that, I don't care if something is or isn't multifunctional. It just drove me absolutely insane. As a minimalist, I tried and I tried and I tried, and it's just, sometimes some things just don't serve multifunction. I can't make my workout clothes my pajamas. It's just nasty. It's gross. It doesn't work. It's not for me. And I'm not hating on this. I think the principle is very useful, and I do try to apply it as much as I can, but I'm very loose with it now. It's kind of like parlay. It's not a rule. It's just a guideline. Okay, number 8. Expensive items, better items. So the idea behind this one, and I mean, again, it's a guideline, not a rule, is this idea that since you don't own much, you can afford to buy better. And so I took that principle and I ran with it. Everything that I bought, if I could buy the more expensive version, I did. And it was like, as a frugal minimalist, I felt so much cognitive dissonance. I felt so frustrated always buying expensive things, where it's like, I just want to be cheap and I just want to buy the cheap item. And I recently, as I've come back more into like my minimalism practice, I kind of took a pause from it. I've seen that a lot of minimalists, right? There's two thoughts to this. Some minimalists buy better because they buy less, and other minimalists buy cheaper because they just don't want to deal with expensive things, because expensive things are higher upkeep, and that kind of defeats the purpose of minimalism for them. And I feel like after having done both sides, buying really expensive and buying cheaper or buying more affordable, I definitely have to say that I like living more affordably better. I hate to baby my items as a minimalist. I mean, the whole point of why I became a minimalist is just to not deal with my material possessions. Don't want to be babying my stuff. So when I bought expensive, I had to baby it. I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. I don't. So I've really enjoyed not having expensive items. It's just so much better. Like a bag that cost me $2, I can throw about and like not have to worry about it. Okay, number 9, wooden items, wooden bowls. So there's a period of in my minimalism where I kept seeing like a lot of Korean minimalists have like wooden bowls and like wooden things, and I was like, oh my god, wooden items is so minimalism, is so Mori life, a forest fairy aesthetic. I don't use them, and it's just like, I just thought that it was just gonna up my minimalism game, but I mean, like, that's life, right? We try different items. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I bought a lot of wooden aesthetic things thinking like #minimalism. I don't use this bowl for anything. It's a freaking wooden bowl. Like, it's laminated, but I can't really eat on it because it'll like mess up the bowl, but I don't want to put anything on it. It's like, I guess even as a minimalist, sometimes we have items we buy that just useless. Okay, the next one, extra gadgets, extra keyboards. So I got into this whole phase in my minimalism journey that the real me lives in the digital realm. So I was buying a lot of tech. I thought that being a minimalist meant, you know, that whole like tech aesthetic. I love tech. I love the movie The Matrix. If you guys have seen my videos, I love virtualness of life. Like, I like that aspect of our modern society. So I tend to indulge myself a little more than I should with electronics. So I'm gonna show you guys some of the tech that I've kind of accumulated or bought throughout the years, that it's like, why not? Why? So yeah, comment down below if that's something that's also, I feel like in our very tech-driven era, it's very easy to get sucked into the high-tech items that cost a pretty penny. So yeah, I kind of regret those. I don't even know, like, did I really need the Note 4? Do I really need another keyboard when my laptop already has a keyboard. Like, it already comes with a keyboard. So yeah, I've done my best now to curate like my indulgence for tech. I tell myself, like, it's nice, you can admire it, but be a little bit smarter with your purchases because you've done a lot of mistakes in the past. Okay, there we go. So these are 10 items that I regret buying after becoming a minimalist. Comment down below what are some things you might have regret buying in your minimalism journey. These are always fun to read. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.